I sold a company at the age of 24, Hughes Dweller. I owned about 1/3 of the company, and about a year it grew to a size that I would never have imagined. Now I've sold basically a bigger company that was in the same industry, saw us as an opportunity, and we agreed upon terms. So here's 3 big takeaways I have from building a startup company. First is right place, right time. Sometimes you need to put yourself in a position to just kind of get the opportunity. It's kind of like, when you played sports growing up. If I really wanted to go in, I would always try to sit really, really close to the coach, and I would try to make eye contact, just hoping that when he looked down the bench, he would see me first and I'd be in the right place for him to put me back in. In a previous video, I talked about how I was able to shoot for the Jacksonville Jaguars the first time. And the full breakdown of the video was that it was sheer luck. It was me putting myself into a lot of different positions and different places, and eventually I was in the right place at the right time to get that opportunity. Another photographer could have gotten that same opportunity. So what I did was I put myself in positions to be around people that had what I wanted. And that led me to this opportunity to get involved with a business I had no experience in whatsoever. Well, the way I got approached about being involved into this startup company was that it was older guys. They understood the industry, but they didn't necessarily understand technology. And this was where I could provide that value. This business eventually became known as a company called Chef on the Fly. You can look them up. They are still operating today. But I want to focus on that initial opportunity of when I was unproven. Why did they want me? People want to work with people they like. People don't want to work with know-it-all. They don't want to work with someone that's lazy. I can keep going, but to get opportunities, firstly, get in front of the right people. And the easiest way to get in front of those people, which seems to be the issue with a lot of people, is providing some sort of skill set. Mine was photography. Yours can quite literally be anything. Woodworking, great. Go to a furniture store in town and offer him a brand new free table. If you can provide them with some sort of value in their life, you will get the opportunity to talk with them. Next, win them over as a person that they would like to be around. That's honestly the easiest way to put it, except that terrible things are going to happen, that you will be stressed, you will be overwhelmed and overworked, and just understand that it's 100% going to happen. A friend of mine a few weeks ago, he was starting a personal training business, and I was kind of helping him make a game plan, a business plan, kind of make a budget around it. And he told me that he already has 4 clients already lined up, ready to start. And when I started the budget, I immediately only factored in 2 of those clients, because I understand that it doesn't matter how sure you are, something's going to happen. And guess what happens? 2 of the 4, they were the ones that ended up signing up. So the best way I can describe this entrepreneurship startup journey is that when you decide to jump in and growing a company, imagine holding your breath and not knowing how long you can take it. The thing with the 9 to 5 is when that paycheck's going to come. It's going to come every other Friday or every week. As for this entrepreneurship, yes, you might have a better payout, but you don't actually know when you'll be able to breathe. If you think about it, all these well-known business people, they have these crazy stories. Elon Musk almost going bankrupt multiple times. Alex Ramosi, he barely escapes faulting on his payment processing and completely bankrupting himself. Mark Cuban, he was sleeping on an apartment floor while he was building his business. You have all of these stories. Running your own business or being in a startup, you're going to have some very just disastrous moments, just because you're going into the unknown. Everybody has a different monster or monsters they have to conquer, and I can't tell you which ones they are, but I can guarantee for one thing that they will be there. For me, I'm going to give an example. When we first got started, we agreed to give our people a daily per diem of $60. Here's the issue in that per diem that we agreed upon. We had no way to pay them. So we had to be cash apping and Zelling and PayPaling around 60 people, $60 per day. Now let's do some math here. That's $3,600 a day. Now, at the time, I am a person that obviously does not have $3,600 a day to be paying somebody. So suddenly, when I do have the money, I am Venmoing out and doing all of these transactions over $3,000 in random payments to random people per day. Yeah, those processors and those people, they throw up some red flags. At the light at the end of the tunnel is that some people will make it. That was a really depressing ending point. Is there any way I could end that better? I'm really not trying to be depressing. Final thought though is that I would like you to take away is that from selling this company, I learned a lot. And one thing that you need to learn is to play the devil's advocate. So when we sold the company, in all reality, looking back, we actually sold it for way less than it was actually worth. I've never been happier in my life. It was a very stressful period of time, and it was an awesome time for learning. I was able to be given the opportunity to step away with startup capital to go on to my next startup or idea. But during those conversations with the person that purchased our company, we knew our numbers, but we did not know them well enough for when push came to shove. We were shown the weaknesses of our company, and we just simply accepted them as sheer weakness. The reason for that was because we were not confident enough to push back. So the way you combat this is understand where your weaknesses are and understand how you're going to solve them. Now, this shouldn't be because you're trying to sell a company or anything. This is something that you need to continuously work on the problems in your company. And this could be as small as seeing that you have these random $40 subscriptions that you shouldn't be paying for, something that I will struggle with. It could be the issue of not being able to reach enough clients and figuring out how to fix that problem. Because it doesn't matter if it's a cash flow problem or a client problem, an operation problem, a quality of work problem. If you don't fix them, I'm telling you right now, most likely will not survive. This is too hard of a thing to do if you don't fix the problem. So, good example, you don't have enough work coming in. Okay, how do you solve that problem? Could it be that you don't market whatsoever? Maybe marketing solves it. If that doesn't, maybe try referral programs. Maybe try to give customers some sort of kickback. Maybe it's looking more professional on your social media or on your website. Could be a lot of things, but it's kind of up to you to solve that problem. And if it can be solved, then you're going to keep growing. And if it can't be solved and you can't keep growing, well, then maybe this business isn't the business to build. Maybe the overall idea wasn't the best idea and you kind of need to pivot. I sold as of May 1st and I'm figuring out my next steps of an entrepreneurial career. So taking y'all along for the ride, and I'm telling you all the mistakes that I've made, and hopefully y'all get some entertainment out of it. But please be sure, if you're getting any sort of value out of these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.